Good morning and welcome back. Now for this episode I plan on getting the front arches in full primer, ready to get ready for paint, which isn't going to be done this episode as it's going to be too long of an episode as it is because I've got so much to do on these arches, so it's going to be a lot of time lapse, and so we'll see how things go with this. Also I've got a little collection to do which we'll also see later on in the video, but anyway, let's get on. Okay, so we're now at the interesting stage where I've now got to try and fill this hole in, because for the plug, for the molds, this is not going to be necessary. You're going to have material fall in there. You're never going to get this part back out then. The top of the wings are now pretty much perfect as they need to be. All around the edges are fine. Just need to tidy up that little edge just there. No big deal. But my biggest issue today is going to be to get this done. Hopefully it's going to go off quick enough so I can get a skim of filler on there, get it nice and smooth. Tied in all the bottom edges down here as well, so when you guys get this, it's going to fit absolutely perfectly. And yeah, same on that side as well, so fill that end in so everything's going to be perfect for you. So we have everything now all prepared. You have the fiberglass masking all cut up, I have the resin, I have the actuator. We have everything masked off on the inside of this, so I can actually do some fiberglass in and get some bedding on the back of this side of this thing to give them a skim. So the next thing I suppose is to set up the time lapse and get this thing smashed out. So that has turned out absolutely perfectly. I have fitted it to the car for the full curing process at this moment in time, because whilst this is going off, it gets very, very hot. And the problem with fiberglass is if it gets hot, it likes to distort. So my best plan was to get this back on the car and make sure everything stays in the position it needs to stay in. So again, once you guys get these products on the market for you, it's going to be absolutely perfect. Now we have one skim of filler on there. We'll let that go off properly. I mean, it's pretty much done, but we'll let that go off fully so I can start sanding that. In the meantime, we'll get this corner done and get this one prepped and ready to get some filler on this side as well. So let's get the fiberglass in there, get rid of that gap, same as the other side. So again, we're now at the part where this is all now filled in. I'm ready to go over with a skim of filler to blend everything in. Headlights out. Excellent, ready to rock and roll. This one has now had its second skim of filler and is also all good. So I'll just nib that one back now. There it focuses. Come on, Canon, you could do it. There we go. Once this has gone off properly, I'll give that a smooth and you'll never notice. Same as that one, which looks pretty hideous. But it will come out fine. Driver's side wing is now all prepped and ready to go. So, same scenario as the other side. Tape this up, fiberglass from the inside, good to go. Okay, so that's all fiberglass up. Let's peel the paper and have a look and see what we've got. Okay, so that is you guys now in prime location to see what we've got underneath all this masking tape. There we go. All seems to have gone swimmingly. That is absolutely perfect. Put it on the car, make sure it keeps the shape it's supposed to, and let it cure properly. So we now fast forward to the next day. Now, do you remember in the old episode that I've done that I said there was going to be some nice things on the way for this, some big plans? Well, today is going to be one of those days where I collect one of those major parts of this build. I'm now off to go and see Chris from Phoenix Engine Management. He's got one of the things I need for him, from him, and we're going to go and get it. One short drive later through the lovely countryside, we have stumbled across the unassuming workshop of Chris. Go in, and as normal with most unassuming workshops, there's an absolute genius hiding in the background, and there's his new toy, the nearly 400 brake horsepower V8 set, and that thing will be going into a IS 250, I do believe. So let's knock on the door, see if anyone's home. But before we do knock on the door, let's have a quick look at this thing. This thing is cool. My god, it's huge as well. I know you went a long way to get this, so it's obviously got it for a steal. .6 V8. So I've now got my bits, but I'm not going to reveal what they are just yet. I'm going to get back to the workshop and show you in detail what I've actually picked up. So we are now back in the workshop, and this is what I've got. This is the Link G4X. This is a good upgrade to the Link G4 Plus. This is quite a new ECU that is now out, so this is going to be quite fun having this thing fitted and all mapped up, sorted, ready to go. This is a plug and play unit for the R34 GTR, so this is going to be nice and easy with a preset map on there already to get rid of my map sensor, my airflow sensor. Going to be running straight off of a map, as I'm going to be going top mount as well for this. So this is an absolutely huge and major part of what I needed to get done. So thank you very much to Chris from Phoenix Engine Management for sorting me out with a great discount and everything on the Link ECU. This is going to be an invaluable part of the build. This is going to be able to do a lot more than what the spec of my engine is going to be, so whoever buys this car after me, you won't have to worry about this. This side of things is going to be completely looked after. The guy mapping this is going to be Ben Langley. Hopefully he's going to be able to get space for me to get me in within the time frame that I've actually got to get this thing done. So once this is on, all I've got to do is plug it in. It's already got a map on it. I should be able to drive it down to him. He can then fine tune the map with the different size injectors and turbo and everything else that's going to be going on with the engine. But that is it for now on this one. So with all that excitement over and done with, let's get back to rubbing down some over fenders, because I haven't done that for a while. A little bit more fiberglassing on both of these wings on the insides here. This is where you're going to be mounting the corner of the bumper to. So better make sure we have a nice contact patch so you can get your bumper mounted properly. Done and done. So wait for that to cure and then we can start tacking it. Just like that, there we have it. Absolutely perfect on both of them. So now just a case of grind it out, trim that up so I have a nice tiny little lip that goes across here and then down on the angle, and that will be done and finished. Here we have one in primer with a few little spots to do. This one is a few little spots to do, and then in primer, and then see what we've got to work with after that. So this one back off, start rubbing down again, and try and get this one in primer today. A little bit later than planned, but we have now both fenders in primer. Everything has worked out perfectly. I've also added the little bits underneath the indicators, which are going to be the recesses for the gel type badges from my company name, which will make these just a little bit more, special when you get them through the post. And there we have it, done and dusted. Thank you very much for joining me again. I'll see you next time.